You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hellgate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday, the 14th of January, 2025. It is 24 days after the winter solstice. It is 65 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 25th day of Nivose, the day of the chat, of the cat. The sun rises today at 7:18 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:05 p.m. The sun sets today at 4:51 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:22 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 5:56 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 28 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 99% full at midday. The last quarter will arrive on Tuesday, the 21st of January. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 3:49 a.m., -3 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 10:24 a.m., 1 meter 52. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:39 p.m., -15 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:03 p.m., 1 meter 28. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the turtles of Prospect Park do not hibernate in the winter, but they go into a slow metabolism state called rumination. Their bodily functions slow drastically. At times, you can see a red-eared slider turtle slowly walking along the pond floor under several inches of ice. Commemorations. On this day in 1699, Massachusetts proclaimed a day of fasting for wrongly prosecuting so-called witches during the hysteria around the Salem witch trials. On this day in 1963, George Wallace was sworn in as Governor of Alabama and proclaimed in his speech, "Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever." Hopefully, that was the last gasp of the Old South. On this day in 1967, the Human Bee-In took place in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park in the polo fields. It was proclaimed a gathering of the tribes and attracted more than 20,000 people to celebrate the dawning of the 1960s counterculture. On this day in 1979, President Jimmy Carter, a Georgia native, proposed Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday should be a federal holiday. Today we wish a happy birthday to journalist Nina Totenberg, born this day in 1944. She is a legal affairs correspondent for National Public Radio, whose reporting particularly focuses on the Supreme Court. We also wish a happy birthday to rap artist, actor, and activist LL Cool J, born this day in 1968. He adopted his stage name at age 16, an abbreviation of Ladies Love Cool James, and he signed with the rap label Def Jam in 1984. His charitable foundation, called Jumpin' Ball, is based in Queens. Our inside sources tell us that he frequented the Cheesecake Factory in Washington, D.C. in the mid-1990s and was a generous tipper and a kind guest. Happy birthday, LL Cool J. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 14th of January, 2025.